King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, one of the great mythical figures of English literature, later based off of in the 1991 arcade release of Knights of the Round. Later it was ported to the Super Nintendo in April of '94 and to the PSP in 2006 in Capcom Classics Collection Reloaded, as well as Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2 for PS2 and Xbox. The game can be set to either easy, normal, or hard difficulty. Knights of the Round is your traditional, side-scrolling, beat-em-up King of Dragons kind of game. The story opens with Arthur pulling out the sword Excalibur from the rock. He realizes now that it's his destiny to become the first king of the Britons, so he and his comrades Lancelot and Percival embark on their quest to overthrow King Garibaldi. The game is divided into 7 stages which you'll navigate through and make your way to Garibaldi's castle. As you progress through each stage, you'll fight plenty of enemies, most being palette switches of earlier enemies you faced. Soldiers wielding swords, fat mans armed with poleaxes, busters using spiked maces, and Skywalker? Huh. I hope George Lucas was credited in this. Each character has varying attributes. Arthur is balanced in both his attack and speed power, Percival packs a strong swing but lacks in his speed, and Lancelot, who excels in his speed, falters in his attack strength. The game has an RPG-like level advance system, where after earning enough experience points from defeating enemies and collecting treasure, you'll increase in level. This will give the character stronger weapons and armor as you progressively level up more. Hacking at any uncovered treasure will cause it to split into smaller piles, which will yield more points. Hidden in treasure chests are also ham, salad bowls, and turkeys that will replenish your health. Each character can perform a special attack, which can be useful if you're being surrounded by a throng of enemies, but will cost a fraction of your health. Blocking is the most important in this game, which can be used by pressing attack and back buttons, then wait for an enemy to try and hit you. If you're not hit while blocking, your character is going to get tired and he's going to let his guard down, making him vulnerable, so timing is the key in blocking enemy attacks. In a couple levels you can mount a horse and fight from horseback. Pretty cool, huh? While mounted you can deliver a lot more powerful strikes and jump over enemies. There's also a hidden mount figure which will call a horse for you. At the end of every level you'll be met with a boss, from Scorn in Stage 1 to Garibaldi in Stage 7. Each boss will have a longer health bar than the last, with the exception of Phantom in Stage 4. Each will usually wield a stronger hit than the last. Some of the later bosses can wipe you out in just 3 to 4 swings, so remembering to block during these fights is definitely mandatory. After advancing to the final stage and defeating Garibaldi, the Holy Grail will drop from the ceiling. You'll see your final score for the last stage, and then the screen will cut to the credits. If you manage to finish the game on either normal or hard, you'll be granted a hidden ending where Merlin will ask one of the players to come forward to the Grail. If either Lancelot or Percival get to it, they will say that it's not their destiny to become the King of Britons, and that it belongs to Arthur. Following the sequence, a storyline scrolls telling of the whole legend. Knights of the Round still remains one of my favorite classic beat-em-up games of the 90s. As a kid, I couldn't stop playing until I could finally get to the next level. Same as in plenty of games I've played, but Knights of the Round retains that spot for me in the side-scrolling beat-em-up action genre. The music really adds to each level, and the graphics give that nice medieval theme which I think looks good. I definitely don't think this game is a disappointment and does rank right up there with the other well-known beat-em-up classics like Streets of Rage and Double Dragon. It's a good game, and I'd suggest it for anyone who's a fan of both the genre and some good old medieval sword fighting.